don't think it's gonna be jail. It's gonna be either jail or the asylum. But Yeonjin going end up there. She ain't going. She's just so far gone. Hello and welcome back to Actually Let's Talk About It with me, your host Lily, and today I will be reacting to episode 9 of The Glory. But before we get into the reaction here, take a look around because a sister has moved. We have moved, okay, let's just say that. And the background is a little bit different here. Things are a little bit different. I'm deciding what I want to put here. Nothing has been put there yet, so just bear with me on. But I'm gonna just see what I want to fill in this gap with. We'll see. I'm not sure what yet. Well, we'll see what it's gonna be. So yeah, we left off with our sis really playing chess while everybody else was playing checkers. And we know we got 2 out of the 6 bullies out of the way, kind of. We're not sure what happened to the other homeboy because he was all bloody on the ground. We don't know if he's dead, if he's alive. We just know he's missing. I'm presuming he's dead, but he might be alive. I don't know because I was watching the trailer and I was like, for part 2, and he might possibly be alive. So we don't know yet. But we're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see what Donghyun has in store for Yeonjin. We just got to see what's going to happen here. So let's get straight into it. I don't think there needs to be a disclaimer for the content. Like, at this point, y'all know it's TV mature. It deals with serious things and topics. If any of these topics are too touchy or triggering, I do recommend another video on the channel. And also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Yeah, do that. Click that subscribe button, and let's continue on with the reaction. And also, if you want to see the full version of this reaction, if you are watching on YouTube, don't forget to check out the link in the bio for the Patreon and see what you want to do, peruse it, see how you feel with the vibe, and maybe possibly get into it a little bit. This episode for part 2 though, because I do make the first episode of like every series that I react to just public. So this episode will be public for part 2. For episode 9, it will be public. So y'all can check out and see what you like about the vibe. But anyway, without further ado, we are going to get straight into the reaction here. It was like today, I was a few weeks ago, I was today years old when I found out that the writer of The Glory is a woman. And I mean, that makes it so much more unique just because the way that she writes the perspectives and the different viewpoints that she gives the viewer, intricate with it. And I know she's known for her story writing and her storytelling, but kudos and shout outs to her because this story right here, I haven't really seen it done this tactfully before, or the brutal honesty of it all. But she deserves her flowers on this. That's all I'm saying. Okay. Is this before he got beaten down to a pulp? Okay, why was I just now realizing that the actor that plays this man is kind of fine? And by kind of, I mean a lot. But the character is so trash. That's how you know he really in tune with his acting gift. Because his character is so trash that you forget that the actor is purely fine. Okay, I just had to point that out because man is giving, but at the same time, his character is horrible though. But the actor is giving though. Let's go. Oh. Why is her smile, that's what I wanted you to do smile? Oh, Donghyun, she playing a long game. I love it. She's so cerebral with it, and I said it before. She's just cerebral with it. Now he asking the good questions. Girl, he wouldn't have asked you if he didn't want to know, like... The bully saying her righteous husband disappointed her. Yeonjin, the bully, This woman is so far gone. She might end up in asylum by the time this is all done because she just really twisted. And she very much might end up in an asylum. That's just my guess because she's just so off. And it's programming and it's her warped sense of reality, but it's still all her choice. But she's chosen to cause a chemical imbalance within her mind herself. So she might just end up in an asylum once it's all said and done. Because I don't think Dong Yoon is going to kill Homegirl. She's going to destroy her life and alienate her amongst those that she holds close. And then she's going to be left to rot somewhere. And I don't think it's going to be jail. It's going to be either jail or the asylum. But Yeonjin going to end up there. She ain't going. She's just so far gone. She gonna end up in one of them two places. I know it. So was his dad trying to find answers about what really happened to her too? So he ordered them to put her in the freezer until he could figure out and piece it together with the autopsy. Actually, I'm not sure. In Korea, you can go to jail for a long time for both. Like, they don't play about them drugs over there in Korea. Marijuana, and then not the hard narcotics. They don't play about them drugs or them being in your system. It's jail time and a fine. They ain't playing about that. But I do know you will most likely get longer in jail for murder, but you will get a lengthy sentence for drugs depending on what kind it is over there in Korea. You know, just in case y'all didn't know, it ain't no joke over there. They ain't playing. That government ain't no joke when it comes to that. They do not want it in their country, and I do not blame them. It's destructive, for real. Not marijuana necessarily. I think that could be legalized somehow, some way. But the other stuff, yeah, it can break up families, put you in financial ruin with the money you spend on it, and then the addictive properties of certain drugs too. I understand why they have to be tough on it. There's something about this secretary, this assistant. There's something about her. She's stronger than she seems. What the hell? Oh, she doing the same thing.
집 구경은 잘했어. 내 18년을 다 소급해서 받을 거거든. 그러니까 자수하는 걸로 나와 또 다른 피해자들에게 용서를 구해. 그럼 내 목숨 여기서 멈출 테니까.
I know her ass ain't gonna take it, but she should. I know her ass ain't gonna take it because the story must go on, but she should take it. Because the way Dong Yoon gonna do it, it's gonna make everybody in Yeonjin's life hate her very existence. And it's gonna alienate her in so much that she'll be forced to admit to her crimes and turn herself in anyway. It should show how public scrutiny to answer for and the people that she lied to get where she is to answer for. And then she'll be isolated either in jail or in an asylum. So it would have been better for her to turn herself in, but she's too prideful and too busy trying to prove that she's the best, even though she's the worst, to really see that it'll be worse for her if she tries to continue to act as if nothing happened that she did.
인생은 이미 태어날 때부터 지옥이었잖아. 넌 외려 나한테 감사해야 돼. 내 덕에 선생도 되고.
So she's trying to use the excuse of classism. The fact that Dong Yoon wasn't born into wealth makes her life quote unquote hell since she was born. That is such a dumbass analogy and generalization to make. Like, she's missing so many points in that blanketed statement she just made. Like, Yeonjin is seriously deluded. I'm like, just because you happen to have been born into money didn't make you any happier, because unhappy people hurt other people for no reason. And that's what all Yeonjin's done all her life. as being an unhappy person who has hurt other people for no reason. But you were born into money. So technically, there's not a reason for her to be unhappy and unfulfilled. But yet, the behavior and the bullying signal that insecurity, that unfulfilledness, that desperation to try to be powerful over someone because you don't feel powerful in your own life. I ain't trying to get all psychiatric with it, but call a spade spade.
이형
놀래.
Good God.
왔어요.
I want them to end up together. Not because she needs him, but just because he's a good person that honestly cares about her. And she deserves somebody that cares about her. That's all I'm saying.
반짝이는 벽이라니 담배 연기에 찌들지 않은 곰팡이가 피지 않은 누군가를 향한 증오가 담기지 않은
Oh, he didn't realize it was all around him. That she had been with that man. All them, dang. All them gifts.
너의 벽은 내내 반짝이고 견고하니
Damn. I'm sorry, sir.
들어갈까요?
봅시다.
Oh, okay, that was smooth, doctor. Look at her, all shocked and aghast.
지금 우리끼리
Why is
이렇게
this woman so obsessed with him?
나가면
You don't even look at your girl?
걱정했어.
Don't do it. I knew she did it, but wow, she is really
이게 완전
something.
돌았구나.
He is a baby? Oh, I want this man dead. I want this man dead. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. It's a special kind of low to hit a child. A special kind of low, dirty down dog. Especially when that's your own flesh and blood. He deserves hell, damnation, and the grave. Oh, that's not right.
말씀하셨던 윤수의 보험소입니다. 당시에 우리 병원에서 보험에서
So, the reason why they didn't want to look into Sohee's case is because, of course, Yeonjin's mother had money and could get the police to get rid of evidence so her daughter wouldn't go to jail, but also because her mother has a disability to where she's deaf. They didn't want to take the time to get someone who was fluent in sign language so that when she came to visit to speak on behalf of her daughter, they could understand what she was trying to say. And it's not just in Korea that there's an issue there. It is all around the world when there's people who have disabilities. The way that sometimes people in society belittle them and mistreat them and don't hear them when they are trying to say something that's important. And then on top of that, so he was pregnant. This is unraveling, and we're only on the first episode of part 2. What the hell?
네가 저 자꾸 재우는 것 같았어요. 자고 일어나면 좀 나아지고
Oh, this is it right here. This is getting deep. Good, y'all. This is too much. This is craziness. Oh no. I do not like how that episode ended, y'all. Like, they can't do that. Not our good sis. Okay? Not our good sis. She cannot be in jeopardy right after she's sending her daughter off to safety in America. Her safety cannot be jeopardized by the likes of Yeonjin. It's a heavy no for me. It's a heavy no for me. But we gonna see, because I know she gonna get herself out of this, and they cut it off on purpose so we can make sure we want to watch the next episode, episode 10. But yeah, I got so many theories as to the fact that Dong-Yoon realized that that picture was missing right as Yeonjin was knocking on Argus's car door. But we'll get to that in episode 10. Then we also have the fact that So-hee was pregnant when she was killed. She was 2 months pregnant when she was killed. So they might get into these next 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 episodes, get into who the dad was. And get into the reason why Yeonjin did what the heck she did. Because for some reason in the flashback, Yeonjin was like, kind of like, I don't know if she accidentally or on purpose set her on fire and then pushed her. Either accidentally or on purpose. And she fell off the edge. I don't know what was going on with that flashback. It was so quick and it didn't really give a lot of insight. And then also Dong-Yoon, she got some things up her sleeve. I know she got some things under her sleeve. And then also our good man, the biggest green flag in the show, the doctor. I mean, not only is he fine and attractive and incredibly loyal to Argus's Dong-Yoon, but he's also morally upright as well. Like the fact that he has revenge fantasies about his father's killer, that's not him being psychotic. That's his grieving process. That's the way he comes to terms with the fact that a not good person who his dad chose to operate on ended up killing his dad. That's a lot to come to grasp with when you're a doctor yourself. That your patient who you're helping, even though they're not a good person, it could potentially kill you. So that in of itself explains why he was having those fantasies that we saw in part 1. It doesn't make him a crazy character. It doesn't make him psychotic. It just makes him very, very human. And he's grieving and he's processing his grief for his father the best way homeboy knows how. And that's the best way for him. For right now. Because the therapist couldn't help him. He was like, I'm done seeing you. We're not talking anymore. You know, that he got rid of his therapist in part 1 because she was not helping. You know, he's a green flag. Okay, don't care what nobody gonna say. Ain't no room for back talk here. He's a green flag. He loves on Dong-Yoon. He wants to help her get her revenge by any means necessary. And that don't mean he gotta kill nobody. But there's like so many ways to get revenge without you physically harming someone. The mental battlefield of revenge is far more lethal than the physical one. Let me tell you that right now. And Yeonjin about to feel it. She about to feel it. She thinks she got something on Dong-Yoon. She thinks she got some power and some hold. But her husband found out that she out here two-timing with a homeboy. With the homeboy that got color blindness. And also was finding out that homeboy is trying to potentially take his daughter from her, even though that's not his biological daughter. That man, Yeonjin's husband, loves that little girl like she is his own. And who wouldn't? He ain't gonna let that crazy man that might be her biological father, that we all know he is, take her from him. No way in hell. No way in hell. He ain't even gonna let his wife take her from him. Because I'm most definitely, by the end of this, I feel it. I know that man gonna have full custody of that little girl. Trust on that. He ain't gonna let them have nothing. As the biological parents, they will have nothing. No custody. No rights to that sweet little girl. They will have no parts of her in their life for the rest of their life. Because they're crazy. That's just my theory, but we'll see if I'm correct. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop talking and saying theories out here because it ain't none of it facts yet. I haven't watched all the episodes. We on episode 9. We're gonna be on episode 10, but we just on episode 9. So we're gonna see how it plays out in the next couple of episodes. We still got 11 through 16 to get through. So yes, you know, I'm gonna be back with them reactions relatively soon. But and then if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to check out the Patreon for the full versions and also earlier access, because I will be trying to upload to this channel on Tuesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Sometimes I may not abide by that schedule. I know I wasn't able to this last week because I was very busy moving. But now that I'm back and the personal life is back on track with the recording, uploading lifestyle, you will see more of me on them 3 days that I mentioned. But if you did want to watch all of my reactions to the glory, don't forget to head over to my Patreon because I will be uploading them, and they all should be uploaded by Saturday, March 18th, 2023, or most of them, if not almost. And it will be the full reaction, the fullness. But yeah, check that out if you would like. And also, if you have watched until the end of this video, thank you so much. It is very appreciated, your support. And we on the road to 1,000 subscribers, you know? And I appreciate everybody for following. And don't forget to subscribe. You know, if you haven't subscribed and you all the way at the end, subscribe, y'all. Subscribe. Support your good sis. Come on now. Anywho, and also comment with how you think this part 2 is going to go for the glory, what you want to happen to the characters, and what you think what you think it's gonna do. Alrighty, but that's pretty much it for me. So, you know, be well, y'all. Stay well. And I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.